What up?
What up, dude?
Woo! I like your Darth Vader shirt. I like that thing.
Thanks, dude. It says #1 dad underneath it. Which made me laugh. I got it for like $1.50 at a Goodwill.
Nice.
Yeah. #1 dad. I don't know if you can see it.
There it is. Oh, yeah, it's real large. Hard to miss.
Well, that's because it's
#1.
on my stomach.
Yeah. No, your face does. This is the beginning of.
But Bianca is not here yet.
Yeah, and this is the beginning of her day, right?
I don't know.
On Wednesdays, I think that's right. I think that's her late day.
She starts late because she has that youth group at night.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
What you got? You got a cough you're fighting off, or?
Yeah, I just swallowed a piece of an animal cracker the wrong way.
The old animal cracker. The old sugar on animal cracker gig, huh?
I got 98% of the animal cracker down the right tube. But
Have
that
you
2%
seen
got me.
This isn't going to make my top 3 or whatever. Have you seen the movie? I think it was 2015. It came out. Walter.
Is it with Ben Stiller?
No, that's that Walter Smitty or whatever. This one's Walter. It's got what's his face? Our Gaffigan guy in it. But he's just a smaller role. It's interesting, right? I don't. It's too old to be like top 3, but
Yeah, I don't
we
know.
get HBO for the next couple of months just because Malia complained about it or whatever.
Yeah,
but it's good. It's this movie. He's worked at a movie theater, and then he thinks he's the son of God, and he gets to judge who gets to go to heaven or not.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what you start out with. That's the starting place.
All right. That's
You guys starting without me?
Dude.
No, it's just this didn't even make the list. But have you seen the movie Walter?
No.
Yeah.
Walter. No.
If you have
just
HBO,
by your description, I can tell you I've never heard that.
it's got a bunch of.
Hey, so I haven't posted last week's because I ran into like a weird technical thing.
Okay.
But Bianca, you were super sassy in the introduction.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. It's so good.
I mean, is that reason you're not posting it? I don't care.
It has nothing to do with it. It was just I'm telling you that it hasn't posted because there's like a glitch between my external hard drive and my computer.
Oh.
But it's edited and ready to post. I just haven't been able to do it. Anyway, when I get that glitch worked out, it will go up. And contrary to your opinion in the podcast, you in fact were super sassy.
Why? I was being like factual.
I know, but you were like afterwards. Jason and I were both like, "Whoa!" And you're like,
I know.
No, I wasn't sassy.
Nah.
Like, you definitely.
I like when people's personalities start coming out in podcasts.
I know, right?
I listen to a lot of pods. Today I listened to like 4.
I've had a hard time the last couple ones because the B-roll, like the stuff we do before, is all really funny stuff for the most part. So I was like, oh man, I don't want to cut that, but then.
What do you mean? Because it's so long, or what?
Yeah, it just ends up being really long, and then it's not really the podcast. It's just us talking about how to get ready for the podcast, and so.
Yeah.
I know you can cut that.
I cut out a couple of sections that were pretty funny, but I definitely left some that were like I kept some that were really funny, and then I definitely dropped some that some people would have laughed a lot at. So.
Oh, great! I can't wait. I can't wait.
All right, what's the order?
Let me look at my little book.
I think B started.
Yeah, B started last week. That means Jason starts this week?
Yeah, I think that's right. Because I judged.
You go up. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait.
Wait.
Jason starts and I picked it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go first then?
Yes.
Yeah.
So B, you go first. Jason starts. You go first. I pick.
And then I go second.
And then you have B-sides.
You go second.
You go second, Jason.
Yeah. And then you get B-sides.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Now I get it.
Actually, 12 is a much better start for me just because I'm like thinking, and I walked Green Lake today and I was like, I need to think of things. 8 a.m.
Yeah,
I'm like just rolling out of bed, being like, I should have done this yesterday. Sorry, guys.
That's fair.
You rock it. You look happy. All right. This week in gratitude. My name is Jason. Bianca, want to say hi?
Hi.
Yeah, you waving. This is a podcast, and then we got Greg.
Hello.
Bianca's over there. Maybe I should start over. There you go.
This was terrible.
That was terrible. Okay, right out of the gate. Here we go. This week in gratitude. This is a podcast where three friends just check in and. Why is Greg nodding? Okay,
This isn't any better than the first one. Maybe take a deep breath
What's wrong?
again.
Okay.
Clear the mechanism.
Really?
Start again.
Do you want excited or do you want sad?
I want Jason, man. I want whatever Jason wants to do.
All right,
okay.
Here we go. Three best. No, it's not three best. That's the name of it. This week in gratitude, you've dialed in. I don't know if you dial in. Do you dial in to podcast?
Okay, we're gonna have to start.
Wow.
Again.
Yeah,
Jason,
why?
this is awful.
No. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Welcome to This Week in Gratitude. My name is Jason. I'm over here in Muskegon, Michigan. We got Bianca over in Seattle, Washington. You want to say hi?
Hi.
And then you got Greg Richards down in San Antonio, Texas. We're three pastor friends that check in.
What's up? I don't get to say hi.
Yeah, no, you get to say hi.
All right, well, you let me say hi. I just thought maybe I should get to say hi. That's all.
You should say hi.
All right, well, hey, Jason.
We're going to hear enough of you later.
All right, good. That's probably true.
And then we got it's three friends just checking in once a week. Things that we're grateful for, things that we've seen in the culture around us that we want to point out. And it's just mainly a way for us to stay connected as friends. And if you like it, subscribe to it. If you like it, put hearts on it. If you like it, just share the link. Put it on your Facebook page, your Twitter page. Tell it to anybody you want. And the way this works is we each get three things that we want to bring up and discuss. And then someone from us ranks them.
I get to rank them today, Jason. I'm in on the ranking today.
And then recently added in, we've had a lot of positive feedback. B-sides. B-sides. People are dying for the B-sides.
Yeah.
So
is that right?
I think that's right.
Yeah, there's a chance we're making up the positive feedback.
You said like a couple times ago that there were like 3,000 people that have listened or something like
that. Yeah, we're well over the 3,000 mark for downloads now. So
that's crazy talk.
That is crazy. It is crazy.
Little old boy from Texas.
I got us another listener yesterday, guys. Another subscriber.
One at a time, B.
One at a time. It's an organic thing.
I was preaching last night, and I gave a sermon illustration that one person in the room connected with. And I looked around. I'm like, listen, if I give an illustration, and it connects with just one of you in the room, I should definitely come up with a better illustration.
I thought that was going to go somewhere else.
I know, they did too. And I was like, I'm sorry, this is a terrible illustration.
And then I sat down.
Okay. I was like, I'm out.
Bianca's kicking us off this week.
Yeah. I'll go. I don't know if you guys knew this about me, but I'm a big Jeopardy head. I'm a Jeopardy fan. I love Jeopardy. I record it because I'm probably not going to watch it live, but if I have a few spare 20 minutes, or if I can watch more than one, I'll sit down and watch all the old Jeopardies. And I don't know if you guys know this, secondarily, is there a person on it right now named Austin Rogers, and he has been on for 11 straight games and won 11 straight games. And I kind of called it from the beginning. I was watching his first day, the first win, and I was like, this guy is crazy. I mean, first of all, he has a crazy personality. And so I was telling my roommate, like, look at this guy. And then he wins by so much. So even by the time they get to Final Jeopardy, the other two can't catch him anyway. So he's, betting a lot and ends up winning by a ton. And about half the times that going into Final Jeopardy doesn't even matter what the question is, because he's more than double past his opponents. And now he's on today he'll be day 12. And I and it kind of bonds Twitter together. All of a sudden, people are talking about him after day 5. I'm like, yeah, there are other people who also really enjoy Jeopardy, and my parents are in on it, and we text about Austin. And so I am just grateful for this little community that I have, that every once in a while, it's like the Saturday Night Live community. Every once in a while I'll get reminded like, oh yeah, other people watch this and we care, and it's fun and it's funny, and makes you a little smarter too to watch. So anyway, that's my first one.
What's the limit that he can win?
There's no limit.
So
The
he can go forever theoretically?
Yeah, Ken Jennings has the record with 72 in a row.
Whoa.
And Ken Jennings lives in Seattle, so sometimes I see him. And he's a good Twitter follow also. He's smart and funny. So yeah, you can amass millions. You'll take a couple breaks just for like Tournament of Champions in summer and stuff like that. But right now he's on, today I think will be 12. Day 12.
That's pretty impressive.
I know.
That is pretty impressive.
Yeah. Did you guys know I like Jeopardy? Do you guys watch Jeopardy? Please don't tell me you watch Wheel of Fortune.
No. My wife loves Wheel of Fortune. I'm a Jeopardy guy. I like Jeopardy.
I'm a Jeopardy guy too, but I go seasonally. I don't know. It seems like I only watch Jeopardy in the spring for some reason. But this guy will bring me. I'll watch Jeopardy.
Yeah, he's a nut. You guys will like his personality.
It's on at the worst time for me to try to watch it.
Is it on at 7 or 7:30 where you are? Because you know that's regional.
Yeah,
I got 7 in the morning.
PM.
No, at night.
No, it's not at 7 at night either. We have regular TV at 7.
Oh, because you're
like
central.
4 o'clock or something. Yeah.
What?
Is this?
No, I thought it was either 7 or 7:30.
It's before the news.
That's weird.
Interesting. No, mine's on at 7:30, and that's why I record it, because I'm not gonna be sitting there for. And I only record 3, so it's not like I watch 10 in a row. I mean, if I've missed 4, then I will never see that 4th one. But
well, you gotta draw the line somewhere, B.
And now my roommates are checking in, like, is he still on? How's he doing? So anyway, it's a thing, and maybe some of our listeners might know about it.
I could definitely see you liking Jeopardy. That makes a ton of sense.
Yeah, I love Jeopardy.
It does make a lot of sense.
Yeah, and it's actually, if you fast forward all the, like, I don't listen to the interview. It's like 15 minutes. The show is like 15 minutes long.
That'd be way better.
I particularly like Jeopardy because it seems to like engage all ages. There's a couple really old dudes in my life right now that love Jeopardy.
Yeah,
and I also like it when it's fun when you actually learn something.
Yeah,
like like you just learn something. Like
sometimes they do more contemporary categories, which are fun to see that no one knows. Like these smart people don't know anything about like football or pop music or something like that. Anyway.
All right, that's a good one, B. My first one is Austin City Limits, the television show. It's a PBS. It's the longest running music live show, I think, on television, and it just started up again. And this first one was Ed Sheeran, and he's a guilty pleasure. I dig that guy. I think he's really. I like how he sings about love so much.
Hey, Jason.
And he does all the like laying down recorded tracks. Yeah,
you're shaking.
Sheeran also, but
you're making that sound when
you're
you
making
shake.
that noise again.
Oh, I'm rocking again.
Hold on.
Okay, I'll stop rocking. I thought you were worshiping me. I don't know what was he doing with his hands. That was weird. Austin City Limits television show. I'll stop moving, and I think it has to do with me rocking in this rocking chair and having this headphone thing.
It has nothing to do with the headphones. It's all your feet.
No. Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran on Austin City Limits. Boom.
Okay, so you've been on the record before with Ed Sheeran as you think he's like a triple threat, can do everything.
Yeah, I think he's a next level folk singer. I think he writes folky lyrics, and then he uses his guitar to lay down rhythms, and then he does that, like repeat track, like he can record things and push a button and have it go on repeat. So he's like the one-man band show.
Yeah.
And he uses all that stuff. I think he's got uber talent of just putting all these things together.
I don't know. B, what do you think about Ed Sheeran?
Well, his new video, or I don't know, I guess it's the newest video. I forget the title of the song. Anyway, it was filmed in Seattle by my boss's stepson and the new Macklemore video.
Nice.
So I'm kind of biased toward Ed Sheeran. I really had no opinion about him until my boss is like, "Oh, you got to check out this video, and it's a good video. It's the one where he's boxing and he is with another female boxer, and they like walk around the city a little, and that's Seattle." Okay, you know this song. It's the newest one.
And is it Body?
What?
Is it Body?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then the new Macklemore song where he's
Shape
out
of
with
You
Kesha at a campfire with Kesha. He made that one too. And I know somebody who's in the video. She used to be one of my old volunteers. And that one I think is filmed in Seattle. So anyway, I'm biased. I really like that song, but it's because I like the video, because I know the guy who did the video, and yada yada. So now that's my one opinion. And I did see him do that that laying over track thing live at, I think it was the Grammys or something. Yeah. And that got me interested. I was like, that's cool. That's a little like Paul McCartney playing all the instruments and sing along drunk or something. But I don't know. I agree with you, Jay. I'm on the Ed Sheeran wagon, whatever that saying is.
All right. I feel like an old person, but I do not love Ed Sheeran by any means yet. So
how much do you know about him?
I've heard a couple of his songs. I know my teenage kids like him. Well, that's not true. One of my teenage kids likes him. My girls like him, so that's usually enough for me to be like, all right, I'm out. Yeah, I don't know a ton about him other than Jason's like crush on him. That's the only thing I know.
Does anybody else watch Austin City Limits, that PBS show?
I do, but I didn't know that it had started again this season. I mean, I'm not like watching it closely like Jeopardy or anything.
It's not like Jeopardy.
It's no Jeopardy.
I watch it on occasion.
Yeah.
I do. Some of the best bands that I've learned to like, I saw first on Austin City Limits, I think.
Yeah, that's me too.
Mm-hmm. I love that show.
So I appreciate that show a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the old episodes are online. You can watch them in places, and some of those are great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like they just catch these like specific people at just the right time sometimes.
The Killers. I kind of like the Killers, and then I saw them play that television show, and then I really like the Killers.
My Morning Jacket's another good one.
Yeah, that time, like when they were touring together, did you see that Austin City Limits where Jim James and Bright Eyes guy, Connor Oberst, and somebody else, M. Ward.
Oh yeah, they were a band, the Monsters of Folk.
Monsters of Folk.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I was gonna say I saw Bright Eyes on there once, and that was where I first kind of got into his stuff, I think.
Yeah, that's cool.
Thanks,
all right,
Jay.
what do you got for us? What do you got for us?
All right, this is gonna come as a huge shock to everybody involved, and I can't give you enough warning ahead of time.
Uh-oh.
As of yesterday, I bought a suit.
Well, you've never had one, really?
Never had a suit before. Yeah, I'm 40. Finally bought a suit. I'm not happy about it all the way. I'm working on being gracious about it, or having gratitude for it. So this is my effort. Right? This is me like talking it out and saying, okay, finally got a suit. Maybe I'll be all right with it. I don't know. I was in the store. What was that?
What color is it?
It's
what kind
gray.
of suit is it?
It's gray.
Double-breasted?
I don't know anything about suits.
You button it inside and then button it on.
Oh no, you don't button it on the inside.
How many buttons are on the front of it?
3
or
4? Okay. I don't know. I have no idea.
3 or 4. Okay. Did you get a vest with it too?
What? No, I did not get a.
You bought it. What do you mean? How would it?
Because I don't care. Like it's.
What color is it? What color?
It's gray. I already said it's gray. All right.
Gray.
So
like charcoal gray.
I asked the guy when I got in the store.
What store? Is it Sears?
Men's Warehouse. I went super high end.
Okay, Men's Warehouse. Got it.
My wife came with me. I let her pick everything out, and I said, maybe this will work. And as we're walking in the store, it hit me like, what kind of life choices have I made that I have to own a suit now?
Okay, I was going to say, what kind of life choices have you made that you have not had to wear a suit yet? That's so funny. You keep like going another direction.
Good life choices.
Stories.
Good life choices. But anyway, so I'm trying to be the occasion for the suit is a wedding this weekend. So I'm excited about the wedding part. I'm not excited about the suit part, but that's all right. That'll catch up eventually.
And you officiated other weddings.
Yeah,
just
I
wear
just
a
don't wear
robe?
suits. I'm not a suit guy. No, I just
Have you had a job interview? Like, like, how did you get? I'm with B on this one.
yeah.
How do you get through life without owning a suit until you're 40?
Yeah,
That's crazy talk.
I don't know, but I would
Hey,
have
on
liked
to
to
it
get to
now.
50 without owning one. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, where did you wear? Did you wear sweatpants to an
I'm not,
interview?
listen, I'm not a fool. I know you got to dress up a little bit,
Tracksuit.
but I don't have interviews where I have to wear suits. Where would I?
Okay.
So just
Where-
button-down shirts and.
Yeah, I wear like nice khakis and button-down shirt, or
Yeah.
like nice slacks and button-down shirt. I'll throw on
Yeah.
a tie. I had a tie on for weddings I've done, but not go crazy.
Well, we got to take a picture of this wedding,
Congratulations,
right?
Greg.
Post it.
Yeah. So anyway, listen, this is an exercise in trying to have gratitude for something. So I'm working.
Yeah.
I'm working.
Suit.
On it.
I think the more you
Nice.
learn about the suit, the more you're gonna like it.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be able to answer these questions and know.
I don't want to answer these questions. These are not. things I
We
wanna
can get
talk
Greg
about.
cufflinks
know
now.
What?
Okay,
Yeah.
next birthday you're getting cufflinks.
Oh boy.
This opens up a whole new.
This is a whole year away, baby. There's
Arena.
no way you'll remember cufflinks next year on my birthday. No way.
All right,
Sheesh. So anyway,
Greg's all suited up.
I'm all suited up. So
Suit.
ready
Suited
to
Next
up.
pod, you should wear the suit for the pod.
I might. We'll see. I might love wearing suits. Who knows? I'll find out.
I
But
have
you wore like
not.
you wore like a suit or a tux when you got married, right?
Yeah. But I
rented.
rented.
You've rented them before, yeah, for dances
Yeah.
and stuff.
You and I wore suits at Gillespie's wedding, but
Oh yeah.
I don't mind doing it one day, but then you have to have it the rest of your life. I don't like that part.
I hear you.
I got
Alright.
now. I got one. Now I gotta wear it once in a while.
Bada
You're a
bing,
suit
bada
guy
boom.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Jay, you're
The
up.
positive of that though is I can now coach.
No,
an
I'm not up. I think you're up.
finally.
That you can what, Greg?
I can finally coach an NBA team now.
Yeah,
Because before this, I
That-
couldn't. I didn't have a suit, but now
that
I
was what was holding you back.
to be set. Yeah.
You're one-
B, I think aren't you up? You have to do your two.
Sorry. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I was gonna build up to this, but I can't hold it in any longer. It's my number 2. I went and saw the Pearl Jam concert movie last Thursday. I went up to Bellingham after work. It was a late show. It started at 9 p.m. and so Pearl Jam has put out a few concert videos. One's in Seattle, one in Italy, one for Madison Square Garden in New York, and now this one, the one they played Wrigley Field in 2016, last summer in August, and they made a video of it. And so it's a little bit Cub heavy. It's the year the Cubs won the World Series, but the music is awesome. Obviously, they went big on the cinematography. It was awesome to see in theater. I'm definitely gonna buy the video and watch it just on my little TV sometimes. I just so appreciate this band. They picked good songs for the video too, which I enjoy. And I wish I were there, but I wasn't. So now I'll eventually have this video, and I recommend it for anyone looking for a good concert movie to watch. You get to know the guys a little more. They practice on the rooftop of a bar across the street from Wrigley Field, which was awesome. Can you imagine just like walking by and be like, what's going on up there? And it's Pearl Jam practicing. Yeah. And once I did see Pearl Jam in Chicago, they played Lollapalooza, and I couldn't remember what year it was, some year, 10 years ago maybe. And that was a festival though. And actually My Morning Jacket opened and then the Killers opened for them, just like you were talking about for ACL.
That's
Full
cool.
circle. Anyway, that's it. Everyone should see it.
I've never seen a concert movie.
Wow.
Really?
It doesn't make any sense.
Like
to me. I don't know why
Woodstock
you would-
or the U2 one, or those are probably the most famous ones.
Never.
Huh.
Uh,
I think you've heard me say this, but sometimes I think that the reason television was invented is so that you could experience music through it.
yeah, there's an entire
I-
channel dedicated to
Yeah.
music concerts. Palladia. Tune in.
Yeah, I thoroughly
Why?
enjoy the live because I wish I could go to a live show every night. That's like
Man, I don't ever want to go to concerts. I don't have that impulse. I don't know why.
Well, this is even better because you're like listening to live music, but you're not actually there, Greg. You can still
I know
like
it's
just
got
sit on
the
your
best
couch.
of both worlds. But then I could just listen to a CD, right, or whatever.
No, it's not the same because they really only play like 8 or 10 songs in the video. The in between is like them
The interesting
talking to
stuff.
their fans and fans waiting for the show and the cool aerial shots of Wrigley Field and
I could see that. That sounds all right.
yeah. And if you're kind of into baseball, you'd probably like this because they really get into. Well, Theo Epstein is interviewed for it. I guess him and Eddie are good friends, and obviously it's the year the Cubs make it. So anyway, it's got a lot of layers. This one's a good one. All of them are, all the Pearl Jam ones are good ones, but this one's a really good one. And if you haven't ever seen one, Greg, make this your first one.
Make this one my first one.
Yeah, it's called
Is
Let's
it,
Play 2.
is it playing in theaters still, or is it just like one
Yeah,
weekend?
but only select theaters for a select amount of time.
I'll look around, see if it's playing.
Yeah, like
Do
those
they-
ones in Bellingham was only 2 nights.
I know that on the double LP, they got the Beatles cover. I've got a feeling. Did they play that in the movie?
I've got a feeling. I don't know. I think that actually they did a lot of covers on that rooftop part I was talking about. Oh man, I can't remember.
Okay. I'll look
There
to
you
see
go.
if it's playing it on
Yeah.
me.
All right, I will make you this promise, B. That'll be the first concert movie I ever watched.
Yay!
Assuming I watch.
Wait, what?
I may keep my streak of not watching any alive.
No,
In which
you
case,
that should be your first one when it comes out.
All right, when it comes out, possibly we'll see.
Second Christmas present gift idea for Greg, guys.
No,
I
you're
mean,
locked
we
in
are
right
just
now.
rolling. This podcast is pretty much just what should I get Greg for Christmas?
There you go. I like that. I like that idea. I don't like where this is going though. I don't like the
All stuff
actual
you don't
suggestion.
want.
That's right.
What do you think your first concert video you watched was?
Me?
Yeah.
I've been watching them for a long time. I guess my parents really like them. Like I've seen the Woodstock one. I remember being young, watching that one. I think the Beatles. I know the Beatles more like movies, but they also have concerts in
Yeah,
them.
the concert. Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah, I
watched-
watched the Monkeys.
Yeah, the Monkeys. But
Yeah.
that's more
The
than-
television show?
Yeah.
That's not
Not the
yeah.
same thing. All right. Well,
Okay, let's keep going.
I'm trying to continue.
My number 2 is Julian Baker. It's a female, Julien Baker, Baker. You can find her on Amazon Music. My grandpa used to have a youth intern, a guy named Adam Aldridge, and he's a young kid. He just graduated college, just got married, and every once in a while I say, hey, what are you listening to? And he lives down in Grand Haven, a little cooler town, right then, and he's a little on the hardcore edge, even harder than me. So usually he suggests these bands that I listen to. I'm like, wow, that's kind of scary. But then this one, I just actually hung out with him, and he said, I've been listening to this Julian Baker. I checked her out on Amazon Music Prime or whatever like that, and I really like her. It's just a female vocalist. She's on the younger side, maybe 20s, and she plays a Telecaster and just a really clean sounding guitar and pretty voice. I think it's worth giving a listen to.
Who else
Baker.
does she sound like, Jason?
It's hard. She sounds. I don't know. She just sounds like a good female vocalist. I'd say more interesting than Sheryl Crow, because Sheryl Crow's our baseline, correct?
Yeah, we agree.
Didn't we establish that several months ago? That's your baseline.
Oh gosh, talk singing.
She's maybe like, I hate to say this, but Avril Lavigne has a song or two like this. It's just a guitar and her vocals. I don't know.
So talk
Jeff
singer.
Buckley, Jeff Buckley or something like that. I don't know. She's got a high voice.
Wow.
Oh wow! I'm just gonna have to listen to this.
I am curious that it's so hard for you to describe
crazy trip we've been on.
Music you listen to, yeah.
She's from Memphis, Tennessee. If that helps in any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
It does not.
It doesn't.
Doesn't clear this question up at all.
Just
Jason,
pretty voice,
That's cool.
Telecaster sound, clean guitar, awesome. Like
That's your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Jason, your girl Rhiannon Giddens.
Yeah.
Remember you like her? She won a MacArthur Foundation Genius Grant Award.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I
people
really
are recognizing her as being a really good songwriter. She won. I'm looking it up right now. She won $625,000 to do whatever she wants with.
wow.
They give out 40 a year, and she won this year. MacArthur.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, I saw her name on the list, and I was like, Jason likes this singer.
Yeah.
I do. I really like that. I was just listening to her yesterday in
Yeah.
the Prius.
Well, she's a certified genius now.
Good
By the
job.
MacArthur Grant.
Thanks for bringing that up, Brianna. I like her.
Yeah.
All right, my number 2 is just a nosedive of a thing. So, the U.S. soccer has been eliminated from the World Cup, the next World Cup, and it's super frustrating. I have no gratitude towards U.S. soccer right now. I'm just angry at them, and I have a public platform to share my anger. So that's what I'm doing. But I do have gratitude for like the communities of people that sports creates, and I think that was the thing that actually like. So I got up to preach last night at UIW, and when I got up to preach, the U.S. was still in the World Cup, still had a good chance to make the World Cup. I finished preaching. I sit down. We sing another worship song or two, and I say, "All right, everybody, that's the fire. Go home." And then I look at my phone, and I've got like 45 messages from people who are either laughing at me because the U.S. is not in the World Cup, or just angry and disgusted because the U.S. is not in the World Cup. And it just reminded me that like it's one of the cool things about sports is the way in which it kind of connects people that would otherwise not be connected. So it sucks that the U.S. is not in the World Cup. I'm not happy about that, but it is nice to be reminded. I would rather be reminded 45 people will text me because we won and they're very excited for it. But but that didn't happen. So now the other way. So but it's still a reminder that this is a huge thing for a lot of people, and it's kind of cool to have those connections. So anyway, sports and connecting to people is my second one. Yay,
That's fun.
sports.
That's fun. I remember when I was living in Jersey, it was before Hurlson started at Princeton Seminary, like his PhD stuff. But he came and visited, and he looked up online, and because he was a big Newcastle fan, and there's bars in New York City designated to every one of the European Soccer League, like the
yeah,
and that's just cool. It ties in that same vein of the communities that these sports teams create are a lot. I don't know. That it's encouraging to me. It's interesting. It's fun.
Yeah. Did you see the clip, Greg, of the ESPN guy going crazy?
Yeah, yes, I did.
Like,
I felt a little like that guy last night. And so now I'm like in the spot of like, I'm angry, I'm frustrated by it. But then, but these guys who do this for a living are just like irate, like they're beside themselves. So
yeah,
I genuinely enjoy watching them lose their minds. That's
what are they going to do? Yeah. It's been like 30 years, 31 years or something.
Something like that. And I mean, it happens to everybody once in a while, but in our region, because you qualify regionally, and in our region, there's no reason we should ever not qualify.
Yeah, that was this guy's point, that he was yelling between.
Yeah, it's just insane. Like the amount of money we spend and the amount of players who play soccer here, it's just stupid that we did not qualify. So
yeah, maybe this will put a fire under them.
Hopefully, that's what I'm hoping for. But anyway, it was fun. Shout out to all the people who sent me a text or mocking video or whatever. I appreciate it, I guess.
Okay.
The flip side of that, though, is that the Packers beat the Cowboys on Sunday.
I know. I saw
and that one I am grateful for, and that one was a blast to be able to do it the other way around. Of like, hey,
for people texting you, how many did you get? More or less texts on a win than a loss?
Way less on a win.
Yeah, that's
way
what
more
I
on a
figured.
loss. People like to have something to hold over me. So
yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah, the
even
Seahawks
Jason
also
didn't text me on the win, which usually he does. So he must not have seen the
Yeah,
game.
I
must
didn't.
not have seen the game. Okay, I'm gonna move on. I'm bringing it around
before we move on. Hey, I had a youth group kid who plays for some team that's playing on the national NWSL national championship this Saturday at 4:30 Eastern Standard Time at Lifetime TV.
Yeah,
what
that's women's
sport
soccer.
is that?
It's women's
It's
soccer.
Yeah, women's soccer. A girl named Liz Eddy. And she's ridiculous. She was one of my favorite students when she was a high schooler. She went to SC, played soccer for SC, and now she plays for some thing. So
That's
This is
awesome.
a shout out to Liz Eddy. And then if anybody remembers the St. Andrews days that's listening, Liz Eddy's going big time, and she's going to be on TV and playing
It's
for
the
some
National
champions.
Women's Soccer League. It's a
Yeah.
pro league for women's soccer in the U.S. That's cool,
There you
man.
go. Sorry,
love
shout
it.
out, boom. Then we'll get to B. Sorry, I cut you off, baby.
There we go.
No, it's okay. If you notice, every time I need to jump in, I'm really bad at judging when you guys are done talking. Really bad.
That's
I'm like,
because
I
we
think now
don't
it's
stop
time.
talking, B. We
Yeah.
do not stop. That's
If you don't cut in,
I think
if
now is a good time. Nope. Nope. Another 10 minutes on the same subject.
That happens. It happens. We're just gonna talk until you stop us, B. That's how it
Do
works.
you remember you turned me on to Dimitri Martin in that ice joke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was every time
Hold.
hold.
No.
Yeah, that's what that made me think of.
You're giving me the thumbs up?
Give it a
Yeah,
run, B.
thumbs
You're
up.
up.
Okay, I'm taking this back to when I went to Ireland in June, and I got this desire to want to learn more about the history of Ireland. So I started reading this book, and now it's October, and I just finished the book.
Nice.
And it's about this Irishman. It's called The Immortal Irishman, and he was there. He was there for the first go around on the independence from England and Ireland, and then he was excommunicated to this island off of Australia, and then he escaped there and came to the U.S. just in time to be a part of the Civil War. And he was a general in the Civil War, and then and recruited a lot of Irishmen to fight for the North, and then ended up going to the West for the frontier. I mean, this guy was everywhere. He's like this little Forrest Gump guy, just jumping from important place to important place. So first of all, Greg said you wanted to go to Ireland, and I really want you to go to Ireland, and I want to figure out a way that you and your family can go because I'm like so deep into this. And then it made me want to watch Gangs of New York because a lot of the book is about the 5 points in New York City, and that movie is very violent, which I'd already seen it, but anyway, so I'm on this kind of like history track, and I guess I'm just grateful for like just history in general. I guess I don't normally give it its due. I think, oh, I know enough, or, I know a little bit about a lot of things, but diving deep into the American Irish is insane, and how much they actually sacrificed in the Civil War is actually insane. And I didn't realize the Gangs of New York was really about like the Leonardo DiCaprio gang was the Irish gang. It just never occurred to me until after reading the book, and I was like, oh, that's the same gang from the book, which was actually real. So anyway, I just sometimes I'm floored when you just start diving deep into some of this stuff. I think I really enjoy pop culture, and I enjoy learning what's going on right now, but every once in a while I'll just dive deep into this crazy world, and now I just want to learn more. I want to learn more about this person, and then these side characters from the biography, who are they, and where did they end up? A lot of politics and stuff. So anyway, I'm just going back to Ireland. I think if anyone ever gets a chance to go out there, or even just read more about who those people are, I don't think I'm Irish in any sense. I'm like Hispanic, like 100%. But anyway, I just am learning so much about them, and I'm just floored about how much they've given to our country. So anyway, go ahead.
All right.
That's it.
Maybe we should do one of those crowdfunding things and try and get Greg's family.
Yeah, I want Greg to
that.
go to
I like
Ireland with your family.
I like that. Yeah. So if anybody's listening and has a lot of money, just send
right.
send Greg to Ireland. There it is. And his
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
We'll record from Jason. You gotta stop.
No, I stopped.
You're doing
Why
it
would
right
you
now.
I'm not either.
You are, Jason. Now you're doing it on purpose to mess with me.
No, I'm not doing anything. I'm not even moving.
B, are you doing it?
No.
It's Jason. Jason.
I'm not doing
What,
anything.
man?
I'm legitimately. Maybe it's running low on power. Let me plug this thing in.
I do think
I'm
it's weird
serious.
that Jason's the only one that can't hear it.
That is
Yeah.
That is because he does it all the time. It's just annoying. It's like it's nothing in his life because he hears it constantly.
I think he's just moving around a little.
No, I'm not moving at all. Is it happening?
No.
No, now it's not happening.
Okay, good. I'm gonna plug this in for power. But I wasn't even moving. When you did the flag thing, I made sure I stayed completely still. Bam. Okay, sorry if you had to cut all that out.
No, I'm not cutting anything out. I'm not.
How's the hit?
The world needs to know, Jason. The world needs to know that you make random noises for no reason.
I love
protecting you, Jason.
I love when I jump into history and you follow that rabbit trail, and you just find out all these interesting characters and all these truths that it's fun that every single time I've read a biography or any kind of these history things, there's you really I relearn the truth. There's nothing new under the sun. There's always something that's happening. You know, I read Bonhoeffer when I read Bonhoeffer. It was so interesting to think about that book and think about as the American church is going through what it's going through. It was just so interesting to hear the dialogue that was going on at that time and how it intersects with the dialogue that's going on even currently. Neat.
Yeah, that's another thing too, because they get into the politics too, and it's like, oh wow, we are having these exact same. There's a group called the Know Nothings, and they sound a lot like a part of the country that we have, and it's like, wow, that was over 200 years ago, and we're just having the same arguments and the same people and everything. So anyway, yeah, I also enjoy that too, Jay.
No, I like that stuff. That's good.
Yeah.
It's not a genre that I naturally flock to, though. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't love.
Yeah, I like biographies. I always forget how much I like biography.
I wrote it down just because usually it takes somebody like me or somebody recommending it to me, and then I start going down that trail. So I'll take a look at that. That's neat.
Yeah.
My third is Elsie turns 8 this Saturday.
What?
And I can't believe it. And it's kind of I don't know if she's my third one or the fact that her birthday's coming. You know, I love the piece of she's so she's just so full of joy and she's so full of excitement towards life, and I dig the way that she honestly loves to be surprised and loves moments. Like it was just really cool because we started celebrating yesterday, Monday, or 2 days ago. Today's Wednesday. Yeah, 2 days ago we started celebrating Monday, and so it's basically her birthday week, and her birthday's on Saturday. But we showed up and we wrote on, and as Elsie put it, you wrote on every window of the van. She's like, because we wrote "Happy Birthday" all over the van, and we brought her home and had this cool cake and stuff like that. So I think so that's a piece of it, but I almost like it's linked with that scripture passage. You know, whatever's good, whatever's noble, you know, whatever's pure, put your mind on that. I love celebrating people. You know, I wish I grew up in a family that we didn't really celebrate birthdays. We didn't really celebrate Christmas. We didn't celebrate very much. We would just, like, when we needed something, my dad would say, hey, go buy it. And we'd go buy it. And then Christmas would roll around and we were like, okay, that's kind of cool. We have everything. We go to church, worship Jesus, then come home. It wasn't about presents, and it wasn't about celebrating. And same with birthdays. Like the birthdays would come and go, and sometimes we'd get stuff, sometimes we wouldn't. What's going on? I'm honestly not moving. I have no idea what's going on.
I really don't think it's him moving.
Maybe it's something. I'm honestly thinking of maybe the headphones or something. I don't know. It's frustrating. Let me unplug this. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can still hear you.
Okay. But now you can probably hear yourselves too.
No, and it's still doing it, so.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should do it from my office. I'm honestly not moving nothing.
Yeah, I don't think
it didn't do it when I was moving.
It's super distracting is all, because it's hard to hear your point because it's a constant like tapping. You don't hear the tapping at all, Jason?
No.
Put yours on mute for just a second.
Okay.
Okay, so B, that solved the tapping. So
I mean, I think it is Jason's part, but I don't
from
think
Jason.
it's his legs moving.
Yeah. All right, Jay, come back to us, buddy.
Okay. I'm back. I unmuted. Let me
It's you.
I like hearing you guys louder. And I'm
It's
sorry.
coming from your area, Jay.
That's my third. My third is my 8-year-old little baby girl. She's ridiculously good.
I love it. Do you have something hitting the window behind you?
I think it's internal.
What is that noise?
That's a truck.
You're not typing on your keyboard. It sounds like you're typing on your keyboard, is what it sounds like. I know it's not that because I can see your hands once in a while, so I know you're not typing on a keyboard. But
My hands are up here.
But that's the sound, right?
Yeah. I don't know what it is.
Oh, well,
nothing's
I'll cut that
in the
part.
window. Okay. Boom. Who's three?
Well, I'll just say that I also love Elsie too, and I love the pictures. I can't remember if it was you or Malia posted some pictures of her being surprised and stuff. And I know Malia goes all out for birthdays, birthday day, birthday week, and it's just cool to see that tradition being passed down. And I think kids really enjoy that, obviously. So
Yeah.
Elsie's probably like, wait, what? Anyway, it just seemed like a cool little birthday with a few friends, and she seemed like it was her like a princess theme or something.
Yeah. She
Is
likes
it a
the
princess
movie.
theme every year?
No, this one's The Descendants. Have you got any kids into The Descendants?
Yeah, I got a kid that loves that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like that one. Man, some of that stuff is hard to watch. I have on my desk, I think at work, a birthday card that she gave me last summer, like so before she turned 7. And when Gilbertson and I were visiting you and we left, she gave us a card so we could come back for her birthday party. It was like an invitation to her birthday party. So I love her. She's hilarious though. When she loves something, she's one of those people who like you can like her whole face and body and everything loves something. And that's that seems to be a little bit of a Jason Griffiths quality that I appreciate. She's awesome. Tell her we said happy birthday.
Yeah,
I will. And I got a technical question. Should I mute it when I'm not talking?
Nah, just leave it go.
Okay.
If they've listened this far and they'll hear it, we've got such a strong, solid fan base. There's no way.
Seriously, that's what I like most about this podcast.
Yeah, there's nothing that would. There's
the
nothing.
fan base.
This won't throw them off too much. But what we could do is have a contest and see if people could guess the over/under on how many taps there are each podcast, and then
someone will have to count.
If anybody guesses it exactly right, then Jason will send them a sticker.
Yeah, I got stickers.
Yeah, I'm not going to count. I'm just going to believe somebody who tells me the truth about it. Like,
You're right.
I'll trust you. Yeah, it's a great job. Here's a sticker. All right, my number 3 is.
Oh, never mind.
Wait, do you want more on that one?
No, it just reminded me of me and my buddy Bill used to have a radio show when we were at Biola, and we used to have giveaways, and we'd give away to the 200th caller, and nobody's listening.
Right.
So 3 years later, we would just take it at people's. We just surprise people. You're the 50th caller. Anyway, keep going.
That's awesome. All right.
Yep.
My number 3 is this.
That wasn't me.
No, that was Bianco. My number 3 is Richard Hayes' commentary on 1 Corinthians. That's it specifically, but generally, I just wanted to say that as pastors and teachers and things, that a really good commentary is worth its weight in gold almost. Like it does so much to help you write and prepare. And this is probably my favorite commentary ever. I've used it before to teach through 1 Corinthians, and there are times where I'll teach 1 Corinthians just so I have a chance to use his commentary again, because it's so good. And I've got a few other ones on 1 Corinthians that are okay, but if you've never used commentaries before for your study or for your preparation, you should absolutely do that. And then also, if you use a lot of commentaries, you realize pretty quick that they're not always answering the questions you're asking, which is one of my frustrations with commentaries. But Hayes's is so good. He's sort of retraining you to read Corinthians, which is awesome. So anyway, it's an old commentary, but I've been using it for preaching. And there's 1 Corinthians 6 has a bunch of weird stuff in it, like textually, just what's happening, what words mean what, and that kind of thing. And so a commentary is super helpful. And then he has a whole nother layer to it that's super, super helpful. So anyway, I would encourage you, if you're ever doing anything on First Corinthians, pick up Hayes's commentary on First Corinthians, and it's worth like the $25 or whatever it is. They're always a little bit more, but this one's good. I have 2 copies of it, I think. So
nice.
Anyway.
Mail me one.
No.
Yeah, I'll go look it up and get one. I think
somebody else borrow mine.
My all-time favorite commentary is Bruner on Matthew. His John one's pretty good too, that just came out, but his Matthew one, the Christ book and the church book, he breaks it up into 2 volumes. That thing's ridiculous. You have a favorite commentary, B?
No, the only one I own, or the one I looked at the most, was the Exodus one, because I took an Exodus class, and I remember being blown away. And sometimes I do just look at it and be like, gosh,
which Exodus one?
Well, it's interpretation. So whoever wrote that, Exodus, I took it in seminary, and Dr. Olson did the class. But I just remember that book. I mean, it was the first one I really dived into. It's still my favorite.
I think that's Freithheim.
Oh yeah, that name I definitely used over and over again. It's definitely.
He's from Luther Seminary, but that's a great commentary.
Mm-hmm.
The section on the 10 Commandments is really, really good.
Mm-hmm. Well, I did my paper on. Well, everyone had to pick one commandment. Mine was "Do not kill." So we spent a lot of time in the 10 Commandment area. It's just amazing.
That's awesome. Well, B, next year teach on 1 Corinthians and pick up Hayes' commentary.
I will. I'm sure our library has it. I don't need to spend $25.
Listen, you're going to want your own copy. You're going to want it. All right, well, that's my third one. Now I get to rank them back, right? So let's see. Yeah. Oh, boy. What order are we going to put these in? Unlike everybody else, I will go in order because I think the winning one should know it wins.
You are closer to Jesus than most of us.
Well, that's a fair point. I don't like to bring that up because of my humility. But number 5, I'm going to put me getting a suit. Got to put it in there somewhere.
Really?
4.
Okay.
The Immortal Irishman.
Yeah.
Go number 4. Number 3. I'm gonna put Ed Sheeran because I know I have other people who
that probably hurt your soul a little bit. I'm really
all of these kind of hurt a little bit. All of these kind of hurt a little bit. Number 2, I'm gonna put. I'll put Jeopardy. Number 2, Jeopardy and Richard Hayes on the same. That's gonna be a tie, and my number 1 is gonna go to Elsie. So
yay!
So, I love that girl celebrating is awesome. So I'm in on that one. That's my number 1. There's your top 5 for the week, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. Now it is time for the always much anticipated, never duplicated, never replicated B-sides. Go ahead, B.
Okay. What I want to know from you guys, mostly because the fall kind of makes me want to read and watch more sci-fi, and I want to know if you guys have a favorite sci-fi book or movie. And I'll just say, last year I read for the first time Something Wicked This Way Comes, and it's very fall in that book. But anyway, so that's kind of what reminds me that I like this time of season for sci-fi stuff. So anyway. Maybe I'll say that.
These questions are better, B. These questions are better. No.
Oh, okay. Your favorite stuff when we talk about you.
I think I've got 2 that popped in my mind immediately. One is Ender's Game.
That was my first. That's the first one that popped in my mind.
And then the other one I would recommend that nobody I know reads it, but it's Canticle for Leibowitz is super, super good. So it's a harder book to find, but you live in Seattle, you should be able to track it down.
Yeah. We have all the books.
The first one that popped in my head was Ender's Game also. And then that trilogy that I read that Khaki recommended was really good.
The
Red Rising. It was called The Red Rising.
Yeah, I've been wanting to check that out. I keep forgetting.
Red Rising. I got to remember that one too. I keep forgetting.
Yeah. I want to look at that one. What about movies? No one said a movie. I was thinking Gattaca for mine, but I haven't revisited it in a while. I remember when I first watched it.
Gattaca's a fantastic movie.
Loved it.
Gattaca and then Dark City. Did you ever see Dark City?
No.
That was an interesting piece too. That was a good movie. I saw them. I think they were right around the same time as Gattaca.
I want to see the
What?
new Blade Runner
What?
movie.
I
Oh,
saw
I
yeah.
haven't seen it yet though.
I saw it last Friday. It's pretty good.
Nice.
It's like almost
I-
3 hours long.
Yeah, I brought my wife, which was not a good idea. She did not enjoy that film at all, and therefore it kind of brought it down.
Dropped
My
it down a
experience
notch.
also, yeah, it dropped it down a notch. I think it would have been better just going by myself, but it was cool. I sat in this. We mentioned last week or a couple weeks ago that movie pass thing that my little brother
Yeah.
is going in on. Out here in Muskegon, it's all the theater's full of retired people
Yeah,
in the
during the
middle of the day because they all have this movie pass thing.
Mm.
So I sat next to an ex-lead guitarist of the band Ambrosia. You know that band Ambrosia? Yeah, he opened for the Who and stuff like that. This guy, he was just a talker too. It was cool. So I saw Blade Runner with my wife, who was really grumpy on my left, and then this guy from Ambrosia on my right, who was stoked. It was really neat. I highly recommend seeing it in the theater. It's
I do want to
Oh, yeah?
see it. I want to
Okay.
see it.
yeah, it's like it's much like the concert thing. It's visually captivating. So it's I don't know if I'll watch it rental or deal like on DVD or whatever.
There you go, B.
All right. That's it for B-side.
That's it.
We gotta
You
work
know,
on
like
the
a-
ending. We gotta work on the ending.
you gotta
For this show.
fade to black. Fade to black.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening to
Bye,
This Week in
people.
Gratitude. We will talk to you next week. Subscribe, tell friends. We will talk to you later.